Hello everyone, this is Sriram Balaji. In this video, I'll be walking you to the setup workspace in Power Pages. Let's get started. Let's open Design Studio. So in Design Studio, select the setup workspace. The setup workspace is used to configure the key aspects of your website. So to start, there's a general section. The general section allows you to configure site specific details as well as the go live checklist. You'll go one by one. The site details, you can have the site name. You can go ahead and edit the site name. Let me call it my first site. Okay, change. And you can change the type of the site. Now it's a trial. You can convert to different type of site, whether it's production site that you could do. You can also check what's the language. This is my site URL and stuff like that. So moving on, there's a go live checklist. So the go live checklist has a list of tasks that guide you how to, uh, go live. In the sense, basically, what are the actions you need to take before go live? For example, you have to run the site checker, to see what are the issues and pick and allocate licenses. All these. So this guides you. Before you go live, what are the things you got to ensure? Uh, that's the go live checklist. Moving on, in the authentication section, you have identity providers. So identity provider section is used to configure various authentication providers so that you can allow access for your pages and data. So basically, the thing is, if you look at it here, we have local sign-in, Azure, Active Directory. These are already enabled. Okay, so what you can do is you can also make one of these this as the default provider. So if I say, let's say Azure Active Directory, I say set as default, so that will make it as a default provider. So what happens when you set this is the default provider is when users sign up to the portal, they're not redirected to a portal sign-in page where you need to choose which provider you want to use for sign-in, but it also but it what it does, it directly redirects to the Azure Active Directory provider. So that's the difference. But once you actually remove the default, once you set as default, you can also remove as default. Once you do that, what happens, it reverts back. So the thing is, the first thing the users will see is the portal sign-in page, and they can choose whatever identity provider what you have enabled to sign in. Just moving on, let's say Facebook. Let's say this is one authentication provider you want to configure. So let's say I click on configure. So I'll just say next. Here, the requirement for setting up the identity provider for Facebook is you need to create a Facebook app. So if you go to this link, you get the more details what you need to do to create a Facebook app. So once you create the Facebook app, then you need to provide what is the reply URL. This will be redirected from there after authentication, and you'll also get the client ID and client secret of your Facebook app. Once you get that, you have to just paste it here, the client ID and the client secret. Once you do that, you will actually have set up the provider for Facebook. Moving on, you have this security section. So you have table permissions. So the table permissions, what they help here is you can actually let me go ahead. This is for the feedback table. So I let me go ahead and say edit. So once you edit the table permission, so you can see for which table and what type of access, right? So for now it says global access. So global access means it allows you to see all the rows in the table, irrespective of who created it, right? So if I say contact access, then it allows you to see the rows only the user, who the signed in user has created. So for now, I just leave it as global access. And these are the permissions what that user can do. So the user can read, write, create, and so on and so forth. And the final thing they have to set up is what are the roles that can actually access this table. Here, as of now, the admins can access this table, the permission to access this table, and the anonymous users as well as the authenticated users can access table. Just go ahead and say cancel. Moving on, the next thing is the site visibility section here. So site visibility allows you to see, control what the user can see and who can see your website. Typically, by default, this is actually the site is set to private. So private means only the maker or the system admin who created this website. Only they can actually you know uh, access this website. So once you say public, anyone with the link can view the site. Typically, what happens is during the development, it will be private only, and only the developers who are working on the site, they'll be able to access the site. And you can also give access to different people who want to, let's say, the part of the development team, the maker or the system admin can go ahead and choose who are the other people that can access the site. Once you go live, then you set up the site to public. The last option here is the progressive web application. So the progressive web application allows you to develop an application, the portal that can be, available for multiple platforms like iOS, Android, and so on and so forth. So what you can do is you can, by default, it will be disabled. You can actually enable it. So you can enable the PWA. So that will, once you do that, you can actually download or export a package, and that actually can work in multiple platforms. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.